The markets might be wobbling, but some corners of crypto are showing real signs of life. Internet computer is on the move, DeFi tools are getting sharper, and Bitcoin's network is quietly being rewired for the next phase of decentralization. Before we get into the stories, a quick note. If you enjoy our coverage and want to support independent reporting on Web3, AI, and digital finance, you can donate directly to Ledger Life. Every contribution helps us stay independent and keep bringing you real stories behind the charts. All right, let's get into what's been happening across the ecosystem. It's been an impressive week for the internet computer. While much of the market remains deep in the red, ICP has surged more than 60%, supported by growing on chain activity and improving confidence among long term holders. According to new data from Cookie DAO's research division, the internet computer has become the most active blockchain in the world, now handling around 1,104 transactions per second, that is more than Solana and surpassing 262 billion total transactions overall. That kind of throughput shows our network actually being used, not just traded. Part of the renewed optimism comes down to the token's improved structure. All venture capital unlocks are now complete, meaning there is no looming sell pressure from early investors. Around half of ICP's total supply is currently staked, and the amount sitting on exchanges has dropped to an all time low, which is a classic sign of investor conviction. On social media, sentiment has flipped almost overnight. Analysts and influencers such as Crypto Wizard, Blockchain Will, Angelo.cu, and Rushi Crypto have all been pointing to ICP's numbers, suggesting the project might still be undervalued compared to its underlying activity. Cookie DAO's Smart Feed, which tracks real time sentiment, recorded a 1,400-point jump in just a week. There is also a growing attention on the tools being built on top of the network. From decentralized apps and AI integrations to new Bitcoin linked DeFi projects, the internet computer is slowly carving out its own corner of Web3. One word, data, computation, and ownership all live on chain. From decentralized apps and AI integrations to new Bitcoin linked DeFi projects, the internet computer is slowly carving out its own corner of Web3. One word, data, computation, and ownership all live on chain. What stands out most is how the fundamentals line up with this market move. This isn't just speculative heat, it's a blockchain showing increasing use, better token economics, and stronger community engagement. Of course, as always, it's important to stay realistic. A 60% rally can retrace as easily as it climbs, and crypto sentiment can turn quickly. But what's hard to ignore is the underlying trend. ICP's ecosystem seems to be maturing. The network's technical edge, particularly in on chain computation and Bitcoin integration, is now finding real traction. For many in the space, ICP is proving that real innovation still exists in crypto, even when most of the market is distracted. Next, the wallet scene is evolving fast. OISY just added Velora, the DeFi aggregator formerly known as ParaSwap, to its Explore feature, creating a simple way for users to swap tokens and earn rewards in one place. Velora connects liquidity across multiple blockchains, helping users get the best possible rates without manually hopping between exchanges. Its rebrand earlier this year marked a shift in focus from being just a swap platform to becoming a cross chain intent hub for all kinds of DeFi activity. For users, this integration brings real convenience. The Explore section in OISY is designed to surface new decentralized finance opportunities directly inside the wallet. With Velora now embedded, users can carry out token swaps and immediately explore earning options, all without leaving the OISY interface. It's a practical improvement that fits with where DeFi is heading towards more connected, less fragmented experiences. Rather than juggling tabs or bridging assets through half a dozen platforms, users can do everything inside a single trusted app. That said, the risks haven't vanished. DeFi still involves exposure to volatility, slippage, and smart contract vulnerabilities. What Aussie and Velora seem to be offering isn't risk free DeFi, it's smoother DeFi. A cleaner experience where the user stays in control but doesn't get lost in complexity. For OISY, it's another step in turning the wallet into more than just a storage tool. For Velora, it's access to a growing user base that values usability as much as functionality. It's a reminder that DeFi doesn't need to be intimidating to be powerful. Sometimes the smartest progress is simply making good tools easier to use. Because, as both teams like to put it, DeFi works best when your assets do too. Another headline making noise this week is DexPad has gone live on testnet, unveiling what it calls the first Bitcoin based decentralized exchange built on the Internet computer. The idea here is fascinating, bringing Bitcoin native assets like counterparty tokens into a DeFi setting while keeping everything non custodial and on chain. The team behind DexPad says it's been over a year in development and now it's ready for early testing. The platform lets users swap Bitcoin based assets, provide liquidity, and earn yield all without handing over control of their funds. You connect through your existing Bitcoin wallet, interact with the DEX, and stay in control the whole time. So, how does Internet Computer fit in? It provides the execution layer, giving DexPad the ability to process trades faster and cheaper while keeping direct integration with Bitcoin's network. It's a creative use of ICP's infrastructure, which can run Web3 apps entirely on chain, including those linked to Bitcoin and Ethereum. For traders, this could be a game changer. It means access to new liquidity pools and DeFi mechanisms for Bitcoin based assets, but without leaving the Bitcoin ecosystem. For Bitcoin enthusiasts, it's a way to experiment with DeFi without relying on wrapped versions of Bitcoin or external bridges that can be vulnerable. The DexPad team also announced incentives for early users. Anyone testing the platform during the testnet phase can qualify for exclusive rewards, and holders of the native token SPAD or SRC20 will receive extra benefits when mainnet goes live. Supported by Divinity, DexPad represents a broader effort to bring interoperability between blockchains that previously had little overlap. It's not about replacing Bitcoin, but expanding what can be done with it, like creating an open trading environment that still respects Bitcoin's decentralization ethos. If the testnet runs smoothly, DexPad could become one of the most interesting cross-chain experiments of the year. The test version is already open at the link given in the description below. So curious users can jump in and explore what the future of Bitcoin DeFi might actually look like. And finally, a bit of important news for developers. The Internet Computer ecosystem has rolled out a major upgrade to its development stack, replacing the older Agent.js framework with a unified modular SDK called ICP SDK Core. This upgrade affects key tools like ICJS and OISY Wallet Signer, which now run on top of the new package. In simple terms, it brings everything under one structure, which is faster, cleaner, and easier to maintain. Previously, developers had to juggle separate libraries like Divinity Agent and Divinity Principal. The new system combines them into a single multi entry point format that makes development smoother and more consistent across projects. Before pushing this change live, the new SDK was fully tested on RC and the NNS DApp, confirming its stability and compatibility in production. It's now being encouraged across the developer community with a full migration guide available for anyone upgrading their apps. Updated packages include components like CKBTC, CKETH, CMC, IC management, Ledger ICRC, NNS, SNS, and utilities such as Zod schemas and utils. Basically, they are the building blocks that most internet computer applications rely on. There is also a new ICJS canisters library published on NPM using the same modular system. It's not fully documented yet, but developers are already experimenting with it. The move to ICP SDK code reflects a maturing ecosystem. Rather than juggling scattered tools, developers can now work with one consolidated framework that supports better versioning, security, and collaboration. Projects like Juno, OISY, and NNS have already started migrating, setting a consistent example for the rest of the community. It's not the kind of headline that grabs retail attention, but these are the updates that quietly shape the future. Cleaner tooling means faster development, fewer bugs, and ultimately more reliable dApps for users. In short, this upgrade isn't just a technical tweak, it's a foundation for what comes next in ICP's growing ecosystem. So that's it for today. ICP is showing real strength. OISY is leveling up its DeFi tools. DexPad is bridging Bitcoin and ICP. And developers are getting a cleaner SDK to build what's next. Each of these stories points to the same thing, that is, progress beneath the surface. Not hype or speculation, but real systems getting better, faster, and easier to use. And that's what makes crypto worth watching. If you found this video helpful and want to see more in depth coverage like this, you can donate to Ledger Live through the details given in the description. Every bit of support helps us stay independent and bring you balanced, thoughtful analysis each week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.